featuring Mike Williams, who I will be pulling up actually right now. But in the meantime, if you haven't already, please hit subscribe to channel. Okay, get him up here now. Hey there, all right.
You can.
Welcome.
Hello.
All right, so far so good, because I tell you, man, it's not always guaranteed how these things are going to work out. We just kind of go with it and we hope for the best, but it's been so far, knock on wood, you know, it's going well. But you know, I never expect everything's going to be go perfectly. But so far, we're off to a good start. So again, I want to welcome you both to FMA Discussion, episode 11. I really appreciate both of you coming on. So this would be kind of neat having kind of two guests, and not only two guests, but a wife and husband. That's going to be so breaking ground.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, absolutely, my pleasure. So obviously, you guys kind of you guys seen you know, become highly touted. You know, Tom Sotis, you know, I think I'm trying to remember who actually, Rob was the one who first obviously recommended, but then, you know, I heard from John, Big John Kufis, Brother John, and Tom Sotis had nothing but wonderful things to say about you guys. And I guess apparently you guys met on and please correct me if I'm wrong, but apparently on a bus in the Philippines?
Yes. 1996.
Okay. Wow. How exciting. And then obviously it's been history ever since?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, it sounds like it's been, you guys are a great journey. I'm going to, if any once in a while, before I get into the questions, I look over here, it's just because I have a computer just to see how it runs live, just to see what comments come in and all that. So if I look away, it's not that I'm ignoring you guys. I just want to just see how we're doing on the live and just see what people are watching and all that. Matter of fact, I'm going to pull it up right now and just see who we got. All right, we already got a bunch of you. So we got, all right, Nathan, awesome. Thank you for joining. Frank, thank you. John, as always, Big John. So yeah, we got some viewers already. So this is exciting. I'm glad to see that. Before I jump into like what I really want to get to know about you and what the viewers can obviously get some insight to what you do and all that. I always like to get a background pre-FMA.
Okay.
You know, so if that's okay with you, like what you do, I guess, before you started swinging weapons around.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Yeah. Well, I started martial arts as a young kid. My grandfather was a local champion. We should do a picture too. Yeah. So my grandfather was a local champion boxer, and he did some wrestling and a little bit of martial arts. And my father did some boxing, and some wrestling and some karate and judo when he was younger. And then me and my brother Ron Williams and myself did a little bit of Kempo karate. And then I went on to Subakdo, and I studied that for a while on the Hawaiian Keys organization, the Subakdo with the Kwan organization, Tungsudo. And then, and so that was my background from the young kid, different martial arts over the years. But then my first Filipino martial arts, I started with Sifu Alex Laveau, Pinsan Wing Chun, Modern Arnis, and he did small circle jiu-jitsu too with Professor J. And then I met Grandmaster Wayne Priestess and started doing with the camps with Sifu Alex and Professor Priestess. We were traveling all over with them. Grandmaster Wally J, George Dillman, the big city camps.
I guess that was from what I understand, and this was kind of enlightening to me when I had Frank. I learned a lot actually having Frank on, like about this. So that was one of my better ones because it was actually stuff I learned.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like when I had Bong Abenir on, I'm actually because I'm part of Abenir. When I had Tom, I'm part of AMOG. So I mean, it was great. But as far as like a learning curve or where I actually got information, Frank was it. And Frank had mentioned, I guess that was the big three.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's it's like
Yeah, when I first met Frank was at maybe that Delaware seminar that we went to way back when it was the three grandmasters at Judy and Jim Clapp School in Delaware. They had.
He just commented here, Mike. Apparently, circa 1990.
Probably something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
C4 Alex is probably late '80s when I started doing that with.
All right. So just to get kind of a general time frame again, before we get into the the meat and potatoes, so to speak, what year did you before I want to assume Modern Arnis was kind of your first exposure to FMA?
Yes, yes.
So like just circa, like about what year?
Oh, probably I'm thinking maybe 88-ish, maybe something like that when I started training.
88?
Something like that, yeah. And then we started going to the camps. Richard Roy used to have the big camps in Western Mass. But then when I started training with Professor, I had a group I was training. And I had a student of mine to get me plane tickets, so I was flying all over the place, Jersey, Virginia, wherever I can. Professor's doing seminars. So I was hitting tons of seminars with YJ, Grandmaster YJ.
You know what's amazing? Like, because I'm in Connecticut, so my understanding was that like I think Ron. I always thought like Ron was kind of Ron was revolutionary in so many ways in Connecticut, but I thought he was the first guy. But I had no idea, for instance, that Remy Priestess of Modern Arnis was in the early '80s in Connecticut. I had like no idea that if you told me Stockton, California, no surprise, or New York City, or like that, or something like that. But Connecticut for early '80s FMA. Oh, yeah. That's pretty, so.
Yeah. Those were the first guys around here were like Ben Hernando. They were all in the Professor Priestess from way back. And back on how far. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Nathan, actually, yes. Let's see your right hand. I don't know if you can tell, Nathan, but there it is.
Oh.
Training with David Gould. Yeah.
Oh.
Good time.
I remember Tim Gillette and Frank Shikowski, all the guys from the old Modern Arnis camps up Richard Roy's place. We used to have a great time hanging out together back
then. So, all right. So 88. So from that point on, you're doing the camps and all that. And how long did you continue with that?
With the Modern Arnis? All the time. I was trying to go around checking out all the different. I just enjoyed all the martial arts. I thought they were all great. So I just checked out everything I could get go to all the seminars, check out everybody, and just try to chop around.
Oh, so it's not okay. So if I'm understanding this correctly, it wasn't so much that you wanted to pursue Modern Arnis, but it was kind of your stepping stone to view other systems, and that's kind of what cultivated the interest.
Oh yeah, well I love Modern Arnis. I love the Professor, so I doing that. But yeah, I just enjoyed. I had such a good time with so many different martial arts and different people. I just loved it. I just wanted to check out everything, So I was trying to hit every seminar.
No, because I could definitely appreciate that, because when my first was was Inasano Blend, my first certification, but I just from there, like I couldn't get enough. I went to the SAOCs. I was just, you know what I mean? So when you were saying that. That's why I asked, because it sounds like kind of what I was going through late '90s, early 2000s.
That's what in that was '92. We went to Professor's camp in Western Mass. It was like 4 days, I think, 4 or 5 days. I think maybe 4 days. Came back for 2 days, and then went to upstate New York to the old Ensanto camp with Hot Salt, Chai, Fong, and Ensanto.
That's like the other big crew. So you got Modern Arnis, the big three. Then if you do the Anna Sound Camp, you get Leo Fong, you get Chai Saran, so then there's that old kind of like that whole other grouping,
we were just so cooked by the end of that, because we only had like 2 days break, and it was like 4 days of both all day long. But no,
I gotta be honest with you, and it's nothing against people doing it. Obviously, I think it's fantastic. Like I think it would just be too overwhelming for me.
Oh, it was. I was overwhelmed.
Yeah, it just be like too much information,
Oh yeah. I did so many camps, so many seminars. I was getting to the point where I was trying to get myself to memorize the whole thing, because I couldn't take notes either. So
you can't take notes fast enough at those things. I went to a couple of Larry Hartsell seminars. I could not keep up. I'm like, I never got like 2 techniques.
Oh, it was great.
I think I ended up taking the notebook and just.
Oh yeah, that same thing with me. I was terrible with notes. I always try to memorize everything I could, but you can't memorize everything.
Oh my God, it's so funny. It looks like we've like experienced so much like the similar things. Like I felt like a loser. I couldn't keep up.
Oh, I'd say with me, it's just so overwhelming. But it was such a great experience to see so many, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you meet, obviously you get to meet them, and then you're meeting other people. No, it's for sure to think something, you know, you have to do and all that, but like don't expect you're going to be leaving with all that information. Well, in my case,
no.
If I left with two things,
that's right. No. Oh yeah. So we tried to hit so much, and then I met Professor Tom Sodas. Probably early '90s. I met him actually through Greg Allen, Grandmaster Greg Allen at that time, and we had a great time. We hit it off, and then we just been like.
Who's Tom Sodas?
What's that? Oh.
Who's Tom Sodas?
Yeah, and I love Tom. Tom was one of my main teachers over the years.
Oh, I am a huge fan of Tom. What he's done for me and all that. Tom, yeah. So okay, so this is fun. All right, so you're kind of bouncing around doing the camps. I guess at that point, chronologically speaking, what was your next stop or your experience after? Because I know you just mentioned Greg Alland.
Yeah.
What was your next after Modern Arnis? What was your next system that you checked out?
Oh, so again, like I was hitting tons of seminars too. Like again, even Joe Murphy used to have the Gracies up, so I go in Vunak. So I used to go up to his, once in a while, like the seminar over there. But then with the Tom Sodas and the Mark and all that for years and years. Tom was one of
so I guess I know '88. You're talking, you're doing Modern Arnis. So early '90s, is that kind of when you met Tom and Greg Alland?
Yeah, Tom. Yeah, I went to Tom had Greg for a seminar, so I went to the seminar, and then me and Tom hooked up ever since after that, and we were like, we just hit it off, and Tom became one of my teachers.
Yeah, I know. And I hear, I've seen Greg Alland a few times, and what a character.
Yeah.
That guy would crack me up and not like just, I would have to go, this is a true story. There was a seminar, and he was just cracking me so much, I had to go in back of the group, because I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop laughing. I mean, great guy though. Wonderful person. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I just didn't want to stand in front of the room laughing. So.
Yeah. And Tom used to have the camps up in New Hampshire. We teach all the summer camps up there. We get together. We were together like weekly back then, all the time.
Wow. But it wasn't a muck back then. Was it Fighters Guild?
The International Blade Fighters Guild. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, right. So it wasn't. So you were like the early days. You saw the evolution and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, how neat! Oh, neat. Right on. So then, all right. So you're doing the camps. All right. So then, at what point? I guess it sounds like you bounced around like I did, which is an experience in itself. You get to see different things, different people, and you really get good compare and contrast and what you like and all that. What point did I guess were you kind of, I don't want to say kind of settled, but like when did you pick, I guess, because if I'm not mistaken, Piquia Turja under Nene, correct?
Yeah, yes. So I was on the trip with Tom when I met May '96, and it was actually two on Leo and two on Nene together. It was the last time they were together.
Oh, you were on that trip?
I was on that trip, yeah.
Oh, that night. Oh my God. Okay.
They tortured us that year that we had to do 500 reps of everything. We had like blood dripping off the puños. It was brutal.
And I'm sure hours of footwork.
Yeah, moved their separate ways. Yeah, so I was too bad.
Hours of footwork too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like crazy. Yeah. Oh man, but that was a good training trip. So we met. I haven't seen Tuan Leo for years, but a tremendous assistant. I hope he's doing great too. But we've always seen Tuan Nene. He's not too far from Mays Village, so we're very close by. So we've been trying to set up trips ever since then. Every year to every 2 years. So ever since then, we've been doing those trips like literally till now. We were just there in October. We did. Philippines in October.
Yeah, I think Rob mentioned that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've heard, the thing is, I've talked to Tom and David Gould. They have nothing but profound respect and the kindest things to say about Master Nene. Like really, like nothing but wonderful things.
Oh yeah.
So I guess you know what? Let's pick up here then. So 96, you obviously meet him. Was at that point from there on where you chose like, okay, this is a guy I would like to be a student and a system I would like to kind of dedicate my time?
Yeah, I mean, I actually enjoyed both of them, and I actually wish they were all still together. I thought, I figured like I know everybody has a different name, but if they call it the Tortal, the family Tortal system, that would be great. Everybody has their own.
I know.
I enjoyed all of them, and even the Grandmaster of the Oil system. We met. He was there at the first camp. With Tom and everybody too. He come by. He was two friends of two on Nene, and they came visit us. So we'd always go back, and we two of them so close by. We'd always get with him and the Grandmaster Abraham, who passed away, and Sabbath, who did the oil system. So So I just again, like I always enjoyed all the arts. I always had a good time with people. I never wanted to act like, because I know some people were like, "Oh, this is better than that," but I didn't feel that way. I felt they were all.
Yeah, no, I got you. I got you.
Yeah, and what biggest?
Yeah, at least you're not gonna like, say out loud anyhow. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the company of the people and training with them. I thought everything was so great, and see the things they come up with. And big things I always look at now with some of the teachers that we train with. They were some of them, a lot of them in their 80s now, and they still move real well from the stuff that they do. And I know people are great today, but sometimes people going so hard. I see so many people have to not train anymore because their bodies are so worn out, so destroyed from the hard training. I feel it's too bad because I feel like what they gave us it was nice. I mean, it's good stuff, and they're still doing it in their late 80s. The two on Nene's 82 now.
Still,
and still unbelievable.
Yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think two on Leo is 85 or something.
Yeah.
They're on there. So I know they're getting up there. So then, all right. So, but it's so after this camp, I mean, it's fair to say you made a point to visit him again, and this is a system you wanted to study, correct?
Absolutely. Again, like when I went with Tom that first trip, I figured, it's going to be this one-time trip, go check it out and come back. But then I mean, man, and I went back the next year by myself, and I was there. Even one year we were there for 2 months, and that's when I first went to Indonesia that year too for a couple of weeks, for a week. But I was just trying. We go around the island and check out other groups and stuff like that. But we've always been very close to Nene. I love the system and tremendous art. But it's just like it just happened out that way. I meet May and
But you got an interpreter. So when you go there, and you got a name, I would be like,
oh yeah, I'm sorry, yeah,
like a deer in headlights permanently. So then, what can you just tell us again for the people watching? And this could be for me because I know a lot about Gahe spaghetti church and all that via Sound Blend, and I've done just a lot of bikini on its own. What can, just for the viewers and all that, what can you tell what you really like and appreciate about his system and all that?
Yeah. Well, one thing I actually could say that I enjoyed about both systems in a sense is they're always trying to get off line of attack. So even if I make that deflection, if I'm in line of attack, you could still, you know what I mean? I still could hit them and still get hit myself. So they're always getting their angles off. So I like his footwork, how he gets in close and gets off. But the Bikini and Bikini all actually mean the same. You know what I mean? From D to P means the same thing. But I thought it was cool how his disarms are amazing. He has so many crazy disarms that he comes up with. So
yeah.
It's amazing. So I just enjoyed all the different things like that he did with the system. And he's always been there for us. All these years.
No, I hear he's wonderful man.
Yeah. We try to do something here where we incorporate something, because I have such respect for all from Professor Priestess to Nene to Grandmaster Abraham. So I try to incorporate an element that represents all of them, even Tom Sotis. I feel like I don't want to move on to another system. And no, I want them all to be incorporated.
Yeah, I know, because then you can't give respects into the ones that I get you. Like you get too many and then you're like
I know it was like a guideline where we don't make things that are redundant in certain arts, but things that cross over and say they do it this way here, but try to represent all the teachers. And I feel like we do our own thing, but at the same time we still do their thing, and we still try to incorporate that element. So try to do our own thing in that at the same time. So
just a little more on Nene and all that before, because I know I want to get to Uncle Bill and then definitely to the system that, if I'm not mistaken, May does. Just obviously, Nene, is he stressing edge weapons? It's over edge weapons over the stick. Am I correct in that?
He does always. He'll do what I see. I mean, not. It's funny with the old teachers. I was saying kind of cool analogy I was given recently in class, but so he does a lot of single stick, a lot of single long blade, a lot of single knife. But at the same time, I know with all these teachers, if you ask them about double stick, all of a sudden, boom, the whole system appears. You know what I mean? Like stick and dagger.
Yeah.
Not that he hasn't trained that before, but I believe these guys are such artists. If you give them something they haven't seen before, they'll come up with a system. They're so good at it. You know what I mean? So I think sometimes in America, people will try to, 7,000 hours in the Philippines, try to learn each style. You know what I mean? Like go to each island, take you 7,000 years. He just couldn't do it. But the scientists, they can pick up that weapon and interpret it where you're like, wow, it's just amazing. And I've seen it with all the teachers from Indonesia to the Philippines. They grab weapons. They'll tell you, maybe I've been doing this for so many years. They do it so good that you won't know either way. It's just amazing. This skill.
Right. No. Yeah. I mean, like, lack of a better cliche, it's in their blood. You know what I mean? Like guys that they tend to as far as this, is there sort of choice like in Gaihe's sanction? It's the Gununting. Did Nene kind of follow suit with that or no?
Yes, no, definitely. The Taliban, Gununting, those are definitely
the Taliban and the Gununting, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got some. Yeah, we have. Her brother gave me a Taliban with albino caribou horn, and and then we have some of the Gruntings from Tu Nene. We have a bunch of them. I even have a parang from Tu and Leo from way back.
If he has time, we can show.
Yeah, we can show you that a little bit.
Okay, so all right, so those. Okay, so it's kind of parallel that the Gununting and the Taliban. Okay, all right.
But even recently, like the last few years, he's been showing variations of the. Actually, I tell you, this is pretty cool. So the Karambit's getting very popular. Tu Nene has a version, but he doesn't like to put the finger in the hole. He likes to keep it out because he doesn't want to get the finger broken. But one year we were there. But obviously, it's hard to disarm, and if you do, he could break. You know what I mean? So, I like both. I try to keep both teachers happy by in the hole and out the hole. So, but what was I gonna say? We were with some of the old masters from Mays Village, the Oido masters, and we were talking about the karambit. And in the Philippines, they have the sun gut, the lugut, those famous knives. But some of the old teachers called it rambit, and it was a term in the Longo term that we didn't know about. That was a Filipino term for the karambit. They called rambit. So we got it verbally from them. But I thought it was.
Can I just back you up a bit?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
This is something I never heard or know.
Either until that time, yes.
Yeah, this is fascinating. Could you, if you don't mind, can you just go through that again? Because just for the people, including myself, this is new.
Yeah, I'll go a little slow with it. I'm sorry. So the karambit obviously getting very popular, around the world. We learned different versions from a lot of different teachers. With the finger in the hole. Tu Nene likes to keep the finger out, and he does the strikes with that.
Here, yeah.
I know Tu and Leo way back, he gave us one of the luguts, and then they have the coconut knife, which they call the sun gut, in the Philippines. But one year we were talking about the karambit in Mays Village, and some of the Oido masters, and May's father actually too, who's an Oido master. We were talking about in front of them, and they saw the blade, and they said, "Oh, rambit," and we got their interpretation that they call it rambit, and they were all in the 80s, so I didn't see anybody younger than that knew that term. So it was an old term that was an Ilongo term.
That's fascinating.
Yeah,
I've never heard that. So as far as the spelling, would it be Rambit?
She speaks Ilongo, so
I would say Rambit.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If I had a guess, that's what.
Yeah, that would be
How interesting though that from karambit, like and you mentioned they're in their 80s and that they came up rambit. That wow, that's fascinating.
We noticed that with some of it, like the carabao, the Philippine water buffalo. In Indonesia, Guru Libby is part of the Minangkabau tribes of Sumatra, but Minangkabau is water buffalo too. But carabao, Minangkabau, very similar but a little different.
For the water buffalo. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay.
A lot of terms like that, we notice, yeah.
It makes sense, because, if you look at the or what they perceived happened, the migration from Indonesia to the Philippines, how did, the cram, so.
Yeah. Well, we noticed with Tu Nene, so again, he has the regular 12 he does, his strikes. Then Songketi 12, Punyo 12, Ferrete 12, for slash, stick and dagger 12. But then this year he had 12 strikes with the axe. He has a karambit 12 strikes. So, he has all these variations, but I believe he sees another weapon, he'll incorporate in the system with his 12 strikes, which is amazing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Sure. So then, all right. So it's safe to say. So what? Just what year? So is it fair to say from '96 on, you've been with Nene?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Good on you. That's a long time.
Yeah, yeah. All the teachers that we've been with, I think all our teachers we've always, sometimes we don't see them as much as we used to, but we're always been close.
Yeah, but you know what? You get older. You got a school thing. I mean, yeah. I think that's just part of the journey. Like, you know what I mean? Like you can't.
But I noticed this. Like, I imagine you notice it too. It's like some of the teachers. Like I haven't seen Professor Tom Solis recently, but I see Tom. We give each other hugs like we saw each other yesterday.
Yeah, right. There's not like it's not like you two are disconnected. I mean, right? No, I got you. Yeah. All right, so that was thank you. That was really interesting, especially some of the stuff there. Uncle Bill, this is fascinating because I wasn't aware that on the north, not East Coast, but the Northeast, that he had a representative. You know what I mean? Like out California, Paul the Thor's, bunch of reps.
Oh yeah.
But I had so how did this come about?
Oh, it's funny. I actually met Uncle Bill the tours with Tom Solis. Another one of his representatives, Don Miller, amazing Tai Chi Chuan push hands champion. Tom Solis was very close to, and he rep Park for a seminar. We met him then, and we've been with him ever since.
Just what year about?
Oh, that was probably. That might have even been before the first trip in '96. It could have been '95. I'm not sure, but somewhere in that area. It's been a while.
So, where did you see him? Where was he? Where was he holding?
He might have been in Concord. I know he did a few seminars local. There was a school in Concord that he did some seminars at.
New Hampshire?
Concord, Mass. I'm sorry, Concord, Mass.
Oh, man. Okay.
I was there, but I can't remember if it was that one or not. But it might have been. Yeah, it might have been.
So, wow. So then, all right. So circa '95, you get introduced to him and all that. From that point on, did you make a commitment from that point on to study with him, or was it kind of on?
So somewhat seminar basic for us, and then we started getting closer and closer, and then we became very good friends. My wife just would talk to his wife just a couple of days ago. They talk all the time. Evil Joyce to us, who's a tremendous master in the arts herself too, amazing martial artist. Actually, her father was Uncle Bill's Chumundi teacher in the Chumundi Silat. So we try to talk as much as we can. But yeah, we've been with him. We did tons of seminars here, camps. We got into Colorado. We actually maybe about 2-3 years ago we went to Norway to help him do a seminar in Norway. Great group up that way.
So, I don't mind asking, he's got to be up there in age too. How old is he?
84.
Because now, if I'm not to bring up a bad subject, but is he currently the only one that's the three brothers alive?
He's the only one. Yes. When we were in Norway, the younger brother Victor passed away. When we were in Norway.
Yeah, I heard, and I know, of course, Paul.
Yeah.
He did.
Maurice was the oldest, and he was in Holland, but he passed away too.
There are four.
There was four. Yeah, I guess the only one to ever get them all together was Dan Santo. Had all four together. I don't know. Maybe somebody else did too, but.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I was on. Okay, that's news to me. Okay, good, because I thought there was only three. Okay.
But also when I was training with William Detroit, we had so many camps and stuff. But Guru Wesley Tasker, I got a chance to train with him. He was one of the senior guys on the William Detroit, and he showed me a lot of the jurus and stuff from William Detroit. And I actually got a chance to experience some bikini with him because he was on the tour with Bill McGrath.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, tremendous martial arts too. Yeah.
So just get back. So far as his system, like I through Burton, I've seen a lot of. I shouldn't say a lot, but kind of Paul the Thor's aspect of it.
Okay.
I'm not sure you can articulate. I'm not sure if you know the difference between. I'm just wondering if you do. Is there a difference between the two?
Yeah, what's kind of crazy is and all the brothers tremendous, unbelievable martial arts.
No, I've heard nothing but yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of like Victor, Paul, and Maurice, as far as I know they specialize in the thrak, and they all had their version. Like I think Victor had Tonkat and Paul had Bhuta Nagara, so they had their versions of the thrak. But
yes.
William Detroit, he did an old Chinese Kundal system that was migrated to Indonesia before it was still the Dutch East Indies. He was a young boy at the time, and that teacher got killed by the Japanese during the war after he migrated out of China, so he wouldn't get killed in China. So it was a mixture of northern, southern, internal arts. So we've got experience, but it's a huge system. But we got experience with that with him. But then in Silat, he does it. And one of the styles we do from him is called Kendong. It's a West Javanese, but he does Kendong, Sarak, Chimande, Chi Compact, Pechi Kilap, and Chung Kling. He does 6 different styles of Silat. Chimande he learned from his father-in-law.
Wow. So
amazing.
This is interesting because this is something I didn't know. And so besides the six styles within his that you mentioned, there's also the Kuntao aspect.
Yeah. He would actually be famous for teaching Kundao because when he did the camps, his brothers would do the Silat and he'd always do the Kundao. But he's just got so much knowledge. It's amazing. And this is what we know about. He could even have more Silat styles. It's just amazing. Huh? But a lot of those styles come from West Java, but then the one like the Chung Kling comes from East Java. And it's a pretty amazing blade. A lot of famous for the blade work that it does. His favorite blade art. His teacher was called Tai Ying. From what I understand, he was a butcher in the town, East Java. And he was so skilled with a knife, he could pop buttons off your shirt without cutting you. So, yes.
I don't know if I'd be volunteering for that, but so just getting back to Kuntao, because so the guy who was in exile, was it from the Fujian province?
I'm not sure. I know he was a scholar. He went around trying to preserve different styles of Kundao. So he did some Shantong, did some Fujian, and did some internal arts. And he migrated out to try to preserve those things because at the time they were killing the Kung Fu masters. So he went to Indonesia when it was the Dutch East Indies and started teaching there. And Bapak, from what I understand, was a young boy at the time. And he got arrested by the Japanese and killed. But he had 3 disciples that were with him, and Bapak finished the system with those teachers.
That's fascinating because I heard they were in exile because some of them went to the southern Philippines.
Yeah, that's right.
So would you have the Kuntao element down there, which is sometimes spelled Quntaw?
Yeah.
That's why I was fascinated by that. But generally speaking, and again, I'm no authoritative, just what I've read and tried to self-research is that it seems like around the Fujian province is where they kind of were exiled from.
Yeah, in the Kundao is a Fujianese dialect too. So, you know what I mean? So that translation got very famous for the Chinese arts in Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in addition to the combative side, you're saying there were some healing aspects to what he was doing?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he did a lot. Yeah. Well, we've been doing a lot of that over the years too. My brother's an acupuncturist, but we got a chance to train with Master Tom Tam and Qigong, different healing arts. And we're actually part of the Kung Fu Federation in Chinatown. So we've been doing a lot of Kung Fu and healing arts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Interesting. So now, just as far as the weaponry, is it the golok? I mean, obviously the karambit, but like far as sword, what's the sword?
Oh, for the Silat. Yeah, the Kendong system that we do, that was one of the main ones I did with him because the Kendong is actually a mix of Sarak and Chimandi and another style called Chikombat, kind of a tight system. Real short, 3 juros. But the first juro is empty-handed and then piece a knife. And the other 2 juros are empty-handed and the long blade, golak, which would be the golak.
Would be the golak. Okay, interesting. Okay.
But yeah,
again, I'm nowhere as versed as, and you see, I mean, like I've done some with Bert and what he got from Paul and from the Monday Muda, Herman Swanda. I mean, it's very, I found it very interesting because, you know what I mean? So it's neat that, but again, I wasn't aware, that he was kind of around in the East Coast doing seminars. Yeah.
You do it. Don Miller, Seafood Don Miller would have him a lot, but we'd have him here when we can do. And then we go to Colorado, and then like we were in Norway with him.
So when was the last time he was on the East Coast?
Could have been, or it's been maybe. I think Seafood Don might have had him recently, but with us it's been last January.
But for us, it's been a few years, maybe.
It's been a couple of years. Yeah. It's been maybe.
If you ever do, please let me know. I would.
Oh yeah.
I would love to go. Just. Yeah, I mean, I've heard absolutely nothing wonderful things about him.
And you're always welcome to come. We might take a trip to Colorado to visit with him. We'll go for the weekend. You're welcome to come with us.
Okay.
July, maybe. Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, so he goes out there. Oh, neat. Okay.
We train in his backyard, and then one day we'll train in his backyard, and the other day we'll go sightseeing with him in Colorado. So
wow. So that's where he's at now?
What's up?
I'm sorry, he lives in Colorado?
Colorado, that's where he lives. Yes. Right outside of Denver.
Okay, wow, they're lucky. I didn't realize that. Oh, neat. Okay. I was gonna say there. I want to definitely get again the system that your wife's part of, as well as the demo, all that. But just lastly before I leave, as far as the CLOT is concerned, all that. What just overall for the viewers, like, what can you say, like, what it's done for you and your other training, like what the benefits have been? It could be the healing aspect, it could be the weaponry, whatever, you feel, or whatever benefits you've received.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I would say yeah, like the combat and healing, definitely a lot of those elements. But I think sometimes too, like with the judos, I know today, and I think it's too bad that people have got away from doing katas and judos and forms. But and again, I don't know, hopefully they'll have affected me. But I look at those in my exercises. Like if someone goes and works out in the gym, walks on the treadmill, that's their exercise. That's okay. I'm not going to complain about it. But same thing, this is what I do for exercise.
Yeah.
But
No, yeah. Absolutely.
I think like with the Kundal weapons, the Chinese weaponry, people, feel that maybe the knife is more practical today, and you're not going to walk with a broadsword or spear. But the weighted weapons are weightlifting differently now. So maybe I won't carry spear to them all, but if I get a heavy spear and work a Kundal form, I'm getting that quality of lifting rather than just doing a bench press or something. You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
So
it's more exciting too.
Yeah.
Go into a weight room, you know what I mean? I would find that more exciting.
Yeah. So I think what you start to notice sometimes you do those exercises, then you work out with somebody, and sometimes they notice a difference in how you're moving with the same techniques you've always been doing. So I think it crosses over that way, But I think I'll tell you a funny story. I was telling the guys recently. One time I was with Vapak Tatwaz, and he did a judo. We're hanging out. We're done working out. He does a judo, right? He's standing there by himself quietly. Then he does a judo. We're like, Vapak, well, what's that judo? He's not. What are you talking about? He didn't move. I think he was thinking about it so much, his body responded. And he wasn't even aware that he was moving.
He wasn't even aware that he must have been like in such a trance, maybe.
Yeah. But I think he's done so many reps that his mind thinks of it, his body just responds.
Oh, how interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. And okay. How about up to this point, from Nene, like, anything you as far as share with us, as far as benefits you receive, it could be him, just the relationship with him, maybe, what he's instilled in you as far as, anything from goals to life perspective. I mean, anything.
Oh yeah, no, tremendous. Especially things from the system. I was saying, like the disarms. Him and Professor Priestess both are tremendous disarms that I got from both of them over the years. The anglicization of the footwork, getting offline, things like that made a huge difference in that quality. You know what I mean? Getting out of line of attack, things like that. Just so many things he shared with us over the years. It's just amazing. Trying to think some other details, but just amazing teacher. So much stuff we got from him over the years.
Yeah, again, I've just heard nothing that he's just a kind human being. Nothing but wonderful things from Tom and about him.
Well, that's the big thing too with these teachers too. Is I notice all the teachers that we train with are always very concerned for our development. So I think that's what's important. I know sometimes traditional martial arts gets a bad rep today, but I think it's traditional martial arts cultivates the person so you don't hurt other people, you don't hurt yourself by being so intense and killing yourself in training. So protect yourself from yourself, I guess.
Yeah, right. I mean, you want to grow as a group and you're training all that, but at the same time, not where you're.
But I think the aspect of it is they always wanted to be combative too. So it's not that they're not trying to do that, but how combative are you going to take that margin before you're destroying yourself? And then you go your whole life and you never got attacked, but you're half crippled from your training, and that's a nightmare.
I tell you, man, I've had enough injuries, and I'm done with that. Like, I want to enjoy my journey. I'm tired of being coming out of the OR and going to recover. No. Those days are done, man.
Once you get beyond that point, you actually enjoy the art a lot more.
Yeah, so I can totally relate to that. Trying to avoid the injuries. Yeah, 100%.
I was going to say a couple other teachers.
No, go ahead. Go.
A couple other I was going to say, one of the systems that was a unique system we've been doing a long time two systems I was going to say is Sifu Jim Roslando and Sifu Henry Moy and the Pinsun Wing Chun. And actually Sifu Alex Laveau, which I did Modern Arnis with, started me on the Pinsun Wing Chun too. And that's a unique system. That was put together by Lung Jin in Gula Village. We actually have a footage that Sifu Jim put together a documentary. It was filmed in Gulag Village, and then Sifu Moy teaching seminar at our school. So it's kind of nice. But it was based on 12 points, separate from the Hong Kong. Yip Man even studied with Lung Jin's son, Lung Bick. So Lung Jin went to Gulag Village, refined it down to these 12 points, and passed it on to, I think it was his nephew who passed it on to Feng Chu. And then Sifu Moy learned it from his nephew. But Sifu Jim went back to Gulag Village and trained directly with Feng Chu before he passed away. He was nice.
Okay, neat.
So it was kind of a cool Wing Chun system that we've been training since the 80s too. That was so it was a cool.
You guys, wow! I tell you, man, you know, that's, I have nothing but profound respect for you guys. I mean, like, you were doing things like before most of the East Coast even know what they were.
Then one more I was going to say is with the Silat, another great teacher we trained with is Grandmaster Guru Edward Libby. We were just with him in Indonesia in October. He's hired by the government of Indonesia to teach martial arts at they have a big martial art college. We actually stayed there, and he specializes in the Harimau style from Sumatra.
So when you say that, is that more the ground-oriented stuff?
Well, it's famous. The Harimau is famous for playing the ground. He does that, but they have a whole system of stand-up. This unbelievable.
Okay, so it's not just okay, so it's not just the ground. Okay.
Yeah, amazing art. Yeah, so many stars. He just turned 75 or 77. No, 77, and he's just amazing. Amazing guy. Still plays the ground and still doesn't stand up. And
right, what keeps them young at heart, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great guy and very loving. Cares for everybody who watches out for us, but gives us a great work, a tremendous guy.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys are, you know, around a bunch of great people, great teachers. That
Actually, a while back, May got Bapak Win the Tours, Guru Grandmaster Edward Libby and Tuan Grandmaster Nene Tortal all together for a seminar. And then we actually got Tuan Nene and Guru Libby together in the Philippines to teach seminars, and in Indonesia to teach seminars together.
Oh my goodness!
Really nice times, yeah. We like to bring everybody together, so we always have a good time.
Oh, good on you for you doing that. That's fantastic.
Yeah, okay.
So, all right, I want to get into this again. This system I've just never heard familiar, so I'm kind of. So, is it okay if May or does May want you to discuss it?
Oh yeah, I'll start and May can jump in. So the system is called Oido de Caparato Arnis, or Wido, some nice to call it too.
I'm sorry, can you just for the viewers, just one more time say that?
They call it Oido de Caparato Arnis.
Okay.
And it came from May's area, so May, she's from now in the Negros in the Visayas in the central Philippines.
Okay, central. Okay.
And she's from the area, probably about an hour from Bacolod, Bago City, and the area is called Maao in Bago City. So very famous in that area for the system. They lived up in that village. Grandmaster Abraham Gubaton died a few years ago, and he was 82. Grandmaster Sabbath Gubaton, we still train with today. And his brother. He's in his late 70s now. Late 77 maybe himself. And the caparada is this. This is Grandmaster Abraham's personal caparada he gave to us. It's got a lead ball in the end. It's like a whip.
It's like a whip, but there's what do you call it?
Lead ball.
There's a lead ball on the bottom.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that. That is definitely
That's why they call it Oido de Cabrata, because it does like carving the sticks.
Yeah.
Could you just for everybody who's watching and would you mind just showing that one more time?
Yes, I just want to take the tape out. Yes.
Oh, okay.
And I'll show you this real quick while she's doing that. This here, you know the little guest books you sign at events, like get weddings?
Okay.
This is an old beat-up one. This is Grandmaster Abraham's. He gave it to us before he passed away. The whole system's right there. He has it all drawn out, and it's all a little beat-up book he gave us with a stripe.
Oh, my goodness.
So very unique.
That's a keeper, huh?
Yeah, very special.
So this is the caburata, they call it.
Wow.
Yes.
So obviously flexible, right? Under the flexible.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. It wraps when it does it. It does wrap around the sticks to untie it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
And then the sticks, I'll show you the sticks. So originally, they'd use these sticks they get in the village, and the original one was called Tula, which is this one. They're very light. They do break easy if you slam them hard, but they're very light and they're very whippy. What they try to do a lot of times is meet your stick and slide into your hand. So the harder you press, the harder it slides to you. So
okay.
You almost get the old masters. They don't mind you getting them, but they have better control with it. But we don't, like, no, I don't want to go too hard with it because Tula. Then they have ones like this. This one's coffee wood.
Coffee wood. Okay.
Yeah, the coffee we drink.
Wow. Really? Okay.
This is
Yeah.
the carburetor system. This is the baston that they use. So
This one's rambutan, the little hairy fruit that you see them eat in Southeast Asia. This is the stick from that.
Just generally speaking, what is the diameter of the sticks, sir?
Oh, the thickness? Oh, they can be very thin, like this one. I'll show you. This one's very thin.
Okay.
And then ones like this are very thick. Yeah. So they have different ones, and they have long-handed ones. Actually, the founder of Tapado was actually trained at the backhand system with Grandmaster Abraham, and that was very similar to Tapado.
Huh.
Yeah, that was one of the systems from Negros. Oh, here's a Tapado stick. I mean, I'm sorry, the backhand style. That's what
they
Grandmaster
call it
Abraham
backhand because he has to use 2 hands and that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, but so how long? How long would?
Maybe a little longer. Maybe 2.
Maybe almost 3 feet, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Almost
Yeah, I was just gonna say because in El Sismo Habanero, what was dos manos, something around that 36 inches or thereabouts, like the Capellan, or what have you. Interesting.
It's about 4. It's about 4
feet. Okay. And this is a unique one. This was May's father passed away, but he was a master in the style. And this is Tupolanga.
Tapulanga. It's a flower.
Yeah, and then what he puts on the end, you can see a bolt.
Huh. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. What's interesting too is before Grandmaster Abraham and May's father passed away, father-in-law passed away. Grandmaster Sabbath, Grandmaster Abraham, and Grandmaster Tatai would stay in the village almost like gunslingers with a stick, just hanging around the village with the coffees and the outside.
Oh my God. Yeah. Like Wild West.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, interesting.
So we can still love.
And we actually bought land there. We have a house now in the Philippines. We actually have a water buffalo too.
Oh, so fantastic! You guys are
always welcome to stay at our place anytime.
Oh my gosh! And that's
where she grew up.
In the Negros area.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably about an hour from where Tuan lives, but it was a sugarcane field, and we bought a portion of the sugarcane field. We set up a nice house, and we have a place in the back that's real huge area that we can train.
That's fantastic! Yeah. Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe you can show the pictures. Yeah, you get some pictures of it.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, because I definitely wanted to see, because I wanted to see you guys demo, and I always like to close out with like your social media or your contact information in case somebody wanted to follow you up and pursue with you. So whatever pictures you want to show, and if you guys don't mind, whatever you wanted to show for a demo, I'm sure everybody's gonna love it. So
thank you. You should
hold on, see. Yeah, we can go. If you don't mind, we can transfer a little bit in the work area.
No, should be fine. Sure.
Get unplug it, mate. Plug it.
I'll see. All right, I'm gonna call Rob.
Oh, okay. Sorry, 1 second.
No worries.
Yeah. So we just love training everybody. We always had such a good time. We always wanted to bring people together. We always felt like we could still do our own thing and still do their thing the best that we can. But
so as far as your school, how are you open pretty much every day? What's
Yeah, we're here every day pretty much. Yeah. Losing the afternoons during the week, and then in the weekends we're open in the mornings.
So now, is it just adults? You got kids too?
Yep, kids, adults, anybody.
Kids, so do the kids get more to traditional, and then the adults get whatever they want? Is that?
Yeah, we try to have a program organized where we kind of have the Filipino and Indonesian somewhat together. So I mean, obviously separate, but they can see each segment. And then we have the Chinese a little bit separate too. So Monday nights we'll do Chinese, and Tuesday and Thursday of Indonesian and Filipino martial arts.
Oh, neat. Okay.
And then the kids, we have an introductory program so they can get introduction to each area and see how it is, get a foundation, and then decide, hopefully they'll like it all and keep on going.
No, that's fantastic. And then they can kind of decide where they want to go or do. No, I think that's awesome. No.
The kids, we have a belt system for the children, but the adults, we have an instructorship program for the adults.
Yeah. The kids, I think belts is great for the kids. They get a sense of tangibility, earning something, the visualization. No, I'm right on. I'm with you on that. Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah.
So what do you guys got? So again, I'm really excited.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're gonna move to the room, and then
we'll show you the school a little bit too. I'll show them the school.
Okay.
Is it okay if we have time to show a little bit of the school?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
We have a museum in the school, so
sure, please do. So, Rob, we got a little show. We got a little show with the tell, huh?
I'm sorry. Just bear with me for a second here.
Yeah, we're showing this right here first, Rob. So this is a picture of me and May first met on that trip.
Oh, wow. Okay, fantastic. And that was the infamous bus, right?
Yeah. Yeah, this is in the hotel right after the bus ride.
After the bus ride, okay.
It's kind of small pictures, but this is the house we have in the Philippines, and this is our water buffalo.
Yeah, we can't leave him out. No.
This is a picture of my grandfather back when he was a local champion. And my father, my brothers. Yeah.
Awesome.
And then we have
all right, here we go.
Of the
Philippines. We got okay.
And then all the Christmas from all the regions of Christmas from Southeast Asia.
Nice. Wow.
Oh, and right here. So you see some of the pictures of the Grandmasters we have here. So
okay.
Nene, Grandmaster Libby, Grandmaster Tortal, Grandmaster Abraham, and Grandmaster Priestess.
Oh, excellent, excellent, excellent.
And it's a little jungle like Southeast Asia.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I love the decor.
So this the puppets. This is a picture from Tom Soros drew this one for us. Sent it to us.
Oh, what?
Next one that we have is called the set.
Yeah.
Oh, neat. Okay.
And then patches from all over. And then this is from Morning to Twas. Painted this one for us.
Oh wow! Oh well, look at the colors. Jeez.
So the difference is in the jiu-jitsu version.
Yeah.
The jiu-jitsu.
There's a museum here. Rob will show you the pictures of the museum, but stuff from all over. Metropolitan Chris, a spearhead from Cambodia, opium pipe, opium wars, original tattoo set, monkey skull from Nefergal, axe from Nefergal. We went to meet the Nefergal headhunters one year.
Shoo!
Tiger Shark Teeth, the Johnny Bolly song. Tom gave me this one, the Thai sword. That was from Tom Sodas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the small boy song on the other side was from Tom. So many stuff like that. Let's show this one, Rob. I don't know if you can see this one. This is the cookie from the Gurkhas. A friend of ours' grandfather was a Gurkha. He went back, a name carved in that blade, brought it back from Nepal.
Okay, okay.
The Karambit collection.
Oh wow! Look at those.
This is from Indonesia, Philippines, and then this is the cockfighting knife from the Philippines.
Oh, the little ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
These from the Ifugao. This is rice from the terraces there when we went there. If you can open it up and show you. From the rice terraces from Ifugao.
Oh, okay. Jeez, man, you guys got like you said, a little museum going on. Huh.
This is pesos from the Japanese occupation, from the U.S. occupation, a centavo from the Spanish occupation, 1885.
Wow. Okay.
And from the Indonesia, Dutch East Indies, 1737. Coins from those time periods.
Oh, incredible history.
Yeah, just it's really collected.
No, thank you. No, thank you for this. Yeah, that was enjoyable. Thank you.
So let me show the.
I'll get him. I'll get him set up over here.
Okay.
Okay. Rob's on duty. So folks that are watching, this is going to be a treat. We're going to get actually a live demo.
So I'll show you. This is a short annual that we have for the single stick, and it's kind of a mixture of some of the strikes from the different teachers that we learned over the years.
All right, fantastic.
I'll do it for you.
Dean, just let me know if you need me to move it around a little bit.
I think we're good, Rob. Thanks.
So in a sea lab, we'll turn. This one was stuck in. Same position.
That's yeah.
No, thank you. Thank you. That was great.
Thank you.
No, fantastic.
So we'll do some of the oil. I'll feed May. She can do the strike, so don't kill my hand.
Oh, okay. Oh, great.
Can you see? I don't know. I wasn't sure if you can see.
No, I can see. No, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, you hold it, please.
Wow.
So you see, if you want to try. So like what I did earlier, what they call the caribou tail. So it's a water buffalo, and it's the tail of the water buffalo. So
Okay.
They go across the eyes like this, and they make the buffalo tail. So when she strikes here, it deflects. So it deflects.
Oh, how interesting. Okay. Okay.
It does it this way. This side does it this way. So,
that's fascinating.
It rolls it. So when she hits me, it rolls to the position.
And so then you finish pronouncing the tail at the end?
What's that? Oh, sorry.
So then when you finish pronouncing the tail at the end?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
Right here, then you come back up. So you do that little rotation with it. And you see them, they'll stand like this, ready to strike at you.
I think that's neat. Yeah, I've never seen anything like that. That's fascinating.
Yeah, so they do a lot of weird angles like that where they cut. Like even this one, so classic technique you see a lot when you first hear this one here. They'll do it like this, and they'll make this little whip in here. They do it to me.
Okay. They fall back up. Okay. That was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Actually, 2 on basic 12 strikes. So his saludo is like this. Again, sorry.
So it's different. That.
So these are his 12 strikes.
Okay.
So you kind of go into these little tricks on that.
So he does a lot of the folk where he's getting offline like this with his technique.
Okay.
So if you give me he's getting offline.
I got you. Okay.
Just try this. Just try again. He'll take you down like that.
I see.
So he does a lot of this as he works these sets. Yeah.
Oh, she's just a little out of the camera.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No, that's good. Okay, right there. Perfect. Okay. Oh, all right. Just hey, Mike, on that last, so the number 11, you're coming down here.
Yes.
What's the transition to the number 12? Is
that? So he goes here, then he grabs it, step through, and then he punches it. So
okay. That's what. Okay, that's what that motion is. Okay.
12.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and that's the regular 12, but then he has so many variations from the Pugno to the Sonchetti to the Ferrete.
Okay, Ferrete and
okay. Even so he so again, like when we do some teachers we have to do it this way, but then Tuan likes to do it this way with the same angles, so he keeps the finger out of the hole. But we try to both so we can get in, do variations with that. Yeah.
No, can I just see? You don't have to go through the whole 12, but can I just see some of the Ferrete within the 12?
Oh yeah. Okay, so I'll start it again. It's not very formal.
No, it's all right. I think it's neat.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, so familiar. That was awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Hey, what should we do?
Sorry, we're off the camera.
No, it's all right.
So I'll show you kind of a cool thing. Classic again, going back to Professor Priestess, the Sinwali.
Okay.
So
yeah, if you guys say right there, we're good.
okay. One of the basic drills we do this again is we work on entrada to so entry to disarm, but then we start to play the oido into the technique. So we use the basic single center walls. We work on these entries here. We come in and maybe do a little like the element tapping to the disarm. But then if we want to try to add the oido to it, we add these variations into it this way, so we can get all these kind of variations in the set here. And just kind of blend in and out of the single center wall.
Wow. Okay. Fantastic for the coordination. Wow.
Yeah, I try to work this coordination towards the sequence.
No, I get.
Other actions
Yeah.
like that. So like,
That,
do it again, Ray. I'll do it a little slow, but so again, we're doing a single. This entry here, but when I do the oido, I'm following these elements here. So this one, centro, Cian centro. This is classic from the oido.
okay.
So we add that into it with the subtesti on the low position. So try to add those influences off that you know what I mean, from the single from the back.
It's fantastic. No, that was great. I mean, I was kind of hoping you guys were going to do this, and I know I kind of asked at the last minute, but what I was thinking was, hey, you know what? Before all this verbal contact, I want to give people where they can actually see what the instructors do. So I thank you so much for you guys actually putting the little show on, because this is something I want to incorporate more and more of, you know?
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
No, this was absolutely wonderful. But before because we're at the hour, but what I do want to get though, what can you guys just give me as far as, you know, like your social media, or basically anybody that wanted to get a hold of you based on what they saw and heard, if they wanted to follow up with you?
Oh, yeah. Maybe you want to tell the information how to contact us?
Well, they can go to Martial Arts Research Institute Facebook page, or they can contact me directly or Michael or May Williams Facebook too. And we have the website.
Martial Arts
Research.
Research. Okay.
Yeah, Research Institute.
Okay, Institute. Okay. And that's the website, correct?
Yes, that's the one. The website is combatkalisila.com.
combatkalisila.com.
Yes.
Okay.
And the Facebook, that's a Martial Arts Research Institute. We have the page and that one.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Remember. Okay. And of course, they can just obviously on Facebook either Michael Williams or May Williams.
May Williams. Yes.
So just so I'm accurate, I got Martial Arts Research Institute for Arts Facebook. The website, www.combatkalisila.com.
Yes. Correct.
Okay.
I don't know if you want a phone number. We can give them the phone number if they want to.
Sure. I'll take it out, because I'm gonna at the end of like what I do is when I get done, I send it to YouTube, kind of make an edit copy, and then I repost. But in the comment section, I was gonna put all this. So yeah, the phone number. Sure.
Phone number.
Oh, sorry. 978.
978.
745.
745.
2555.
No, so yeah, definitely on the comments I'll put all this down.
There's information there too, and when you go to the Facebook, there's an information about the school area, and I mean the location
and the hours and all that. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I thoroughly enjoyed it, especially the show you guys put on, and there was a lot of stuff I definitely learned. So this was informative for me. So I really enjoyed it. So I think yours will as well. So again, what I do is I take this, I kind of download it, I put it to the YouTube channel FMA discussion, and then I share it on Facebook. So this where people who didn't maybe get a chance to see it tonight, they'll see it on your page, my page, and in the group there.
Thank you. I was gonna say, Dean, anytime you're always welcome to come up. Our school is very traditional with the arts, but also we always cook traditional Filipino food and stuff. We always have a very good time.
Oh, the food.
Everybody's welcome.
You don't have to ask me twice, but if you mention the food.
Yeah.
We're traditional too, but we cook traditional Filipino food.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, I'll eat it. Yeah. So.
Well, Dean, thank you for having us.
No, I want to thank you both. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Thank you so much for taking the time and doing this. And Rob, is Rob there? Because I got to thank Rob.
Sorry.
There he is.
We definitely got.
would like to thank John's teaching tonight too. And
No, we gotta, yeah. Oh, thank you, and we gotta thank Rob because Rob helped with this.
Yes,
You know, really, yeah, you guys know. And thanks, Rob, for the camera work too.
And there's everybody wants.
Yeah.
John,
This is John's teaching the class tonight.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Nice meeting you. Thank you.
All right, Dean.
Hey guys, thank you again.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
All right, no, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. All right, that wraps up episode 11. That was a good one. If you haven't, please hit like and subscribe. Also, next week, and not it'll be on Thursday, it'll be on Wednesday night, but we're going to have Vico Perrine from Illustrissimo, Calais. I cannot wait. Those you know me, I know I'm a sucker for Illustrissimo. And that's going to be, again, Wednesday night. I'm going to have the time. And just so you guys know, Vico Perrine was really did a lot of time on the Grandmaster Ricketts. Also, some exposure to PJ Garcelete. I think a bunch of the other Manila group there, Illustrissimo, Tommy Dye. I kind of trained with a lot under the umbrella of Illustrissimo. So I'm really looking forward to this. But I'll give you guys a time and more particulars beginning of next week. But again, thank you to those who watched. And again, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Thank you.